Hey everyone, welcome to the Diskovery version of the Final Cut. So glad you could join us as we take a look at some physical media releases, and we've got one for you that just came out this week, and it is the 4K Ultra HD release of Elvis. Yes, the Baz Luhrmann biopic of sorts, and that just came out this past year. If you saw my review on TikTok, you know how I feel about this film. I rather enjoyed it, and now I'm interested to give to you what their 4K Ultra HD release is going to be like. So let's take a look at this. Again, it dropped just this week. The Ultra HD 4K release is the combo pack is going to be $29.99, just to get that out there. The Blu-ray by itself is $24.99, and the DVD is $19.99. So kind of your standard price points for this release. Let's take a closer look of it now. Shall we? All right, here we go. Okay, no, I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop now. I promise. Okay, here we go. Okay, sorry. So here we are. We have the Ultra 4K release slipcover on here. We have Austin Butler on the cover, and of course we have the Baz Luhrmann logo in that. Pretty standard. I do like this picture quite a bit. It kind of embodies the spirit and the overall look of the film, and yeah, it's a pretty slick cover, I think. And of course, the reflectiveness of the slipcover is always fun to get. On the back, we've got some more production stills here. Nice quote here from IGN, a little bit of a synopsis, and they give you a sneak peek of what the special features are going to be, which we'll cover in just a little bit on this release. You also have what you need, as always, to get that Ultra 4K HD experience. So yeah, standard on the slipcover, and let's take a look at the disc, shall we? Looks the same like we've had with before, where the artwork on the cover is the same as on the slipcover. And I look at that, folks, because sometimes it is different, especially on the back. Speaking of the back on the case itself, like we have here, we do not have what the special features are on here. Instead, we get the film credits for Elvis and everybody involved, and the special features are actually listed on the side rather in the middle. So they change it up a little bit on here. The special features are on the Blu-ray, and it's it's a pretty interesting combo of special features. So we'll get into that, just a little bit of what might be lacking there. So as far as the inside goes, we've got your standard discs of Elvis. You got the Ultra 4K and the Blu-ray, which is in a different a color. So that's always interesting when they do that. So you have a differentiation between the two. Solid, nothing really flashy there, which is kind of interesting considering you're talking about Elvis. And then they've got an interesting ad here for Graceland. See the film. Live the legacy. Whoa, the home of Elvis Presley, Graceland. Whoa, mama. And they got a little summary here of Graceland, a little ad in here. So that's a little different, something you don't quite normally get in a Blu-ray release. And then you have your digital movie code as well that comes along with it. This digital movie code does expire 9/30/2024. So you have a little bit of time to put it in your Movies Anywhere account. So yeah, as far as that goes, a pretty basic release from Warner Brothers. Surprisingly not quite as flashy as you might expect, considering the subject matter and the fact it's a Baz Luhrmann film. Now, as far as the special releases go, let's take a look at the menu and see what we got going on there. Now, of course, you got your play menu there. It's interesting. The menu has this kind of the screaming background of the crazed audience for Elvis, so that is kind of interesting on the animated menu, but the menu is similar to the other ones we've seen with the pop-up style that they have here. Now, you do have various languages as well as various subtitles. What you don't have, which is surprising, is a director's commentary. And I would think for any film that you would really want to hear some opinions about the film and what went into making it, you would want Baz's opinion and what went into the scenes and such. But we don't get that on here. Surprisingly, you do have a behind the scenes making of Elvis here in the special features. If we go to that menu, there is Bigger Than Life, the making of Elvis, and that's a 22-minute behind the scenes feature, which is nice. It's really great to see how Austin Butler got prepared for the role, and he talks about a bit about how he won the role or got the part, and I really appreciated that quite a bit. And it's really kind of odd seeing him not in Elvis makeup and still hearing the voice. So then if we move over to Rock and Roll Royalty, the music and artists behind Elvis, it's a 7-minute feature where they talk a bit about the musical influences and what went into for the music production of this, which is very impressive. I loved the music in Elvis quite a bit and how they went about it. And then Fit for the King, they talk about the styles of Elvis in here, as well as the next one, which is cool. They got a lot of costumes, a huge amount of costumes. I couldn't believe when they talk about it, just the amount of work they went into the costuming, not just of Elvis, but all the extras and such. And then Viva Australia, recreating the iconic locations for Elvis, like Beale Street and especially Graceland. It's interesting that they recreated Graceland in Australia, and that was wild to see the construction of what they went. And that's another 7 minutes in there. But surprisingly, that's only like 45 minutes of extras. Now, you do get the Trouble lyric video, which is interesting and done in kind of that Baz style where they show clips of the film while you have the song Trouble playing, and they got the lyrics popping up on there quite a bit, kind of like those Ford truck commercials. So that I did find interesting. And then there's the musical moments, which I thought was going to be similar to the way they did the Singing in the Rain release, but it's not. It's actually just jumps you around, basically a glorified chapter choice of finding the different scenes where the music plays, but it's not even the full musical numbers. It literally is just the clip from the film where you don't always get the full musical number. So that was kind of an interesting choice that they made with that. So overall, considering the subject matter, considering it's a Baz Luhrmann film, the releases and the extras on here are fairly standard. So, there you have it, folks. I was just a little bit surprised there wasn't more in the extras, though what we get is fascinating for the epicness that this film was supposed to be. The release on here, while the quality and the visual quality of the movie on the disc is phenomenal, and I believe the Blu-ray and the 4K are in the Atmos sound. So, I mean, the sound design and everything is really well done, but for features, it's kind of lacking a bit. So there you have it. Maybe they'll come out with another extra special double dip edition with more features on it. I'm not sure, but if you do want to get this, I do recommend still getting it, if nothing else, for the quality of the audio and the video for the Blu-ray and the Ultra HD 4K. But if you are looking for some fancier features, you're going to probably be a bit disappointed. So thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe and all that. Check out our Patreon if you can. I appreciate the support and the views. And until next time, remember, as always, oh, hey, keep that ticket stub. Whoa, mama.